Good evening, I'm Jeff Glor in Kansas City, and this is the National World War I Museum and Memorial. This year is the 100th anniversary of the end of what was once called the War to End All Wars. We have come to Missouri as part of our special coverage of races that will decide control of the U.S. Senate in the midterms next month. We're going to have much more on that soon, but we're going to begin tonight with breaking news in the disappearance nearly 2 weeks ago of Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi. CBS News has learned tonight the Saudis are ready to reveal what happened to him. Major Garrett is at the White House with more.
President Trump emerged from a 20-minute call with Saudi King Salman and echoed the kingdom's denial of responsibility for the suspected death of U.S.-based journalist Jamal Khashoggi.
All I can do is report what he told me, and he told me in a very firm way that they had no knowledge of it.
Mr. Trump also raised this possible explanation.
It sounded to me like maybe these could have been rogue killers.
That theory has not been embraced by Saudi leadership, who CBS News has learned is preparing to admit that Khashoggi's death was the result of an interrogation gone wrong. Khashoggi, a Washington Post contributor and outspoken critic of the Saudi regime, entered the Saudi consulate in Istanbul, Turkey on October 2nd, but has not been seen since. The Saudis have insisted he left on his own. At the president's direction, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo flew to Riyadh today for meetings with the royal family.
He's got instructions to find out what happened.
He may next head to Turkey, where investigators today searched the consulate, part of a Turkish-Saudi inquiry into the disappearance. The president told Leslie Stahl of 60 Minutes his relationship to the kingdom might change if Khashoggi's death is confirmed.
We're going to get to the bottom of it, and there will be severe punishment.
But the president said he would not end a $110 billion Saudi arms deal.
Boeing, Lockheed, Raytheon, all these I don't want to hurt jobs.
Former acting CIA director and CBS contributor Michael Morell.
I think if the Saudis were involved in this, you will see some delay in arms sales, despite what the president says.
The Khashoggi saga has jeopardized foreign investment in the kingdom and raised the real possibility of U.S. sanctions. According to sources, the emerging, and that's a key word, emerging Saudi explanation is the government meant only to interrogate the journalist, not kill him, and that those responsible were initially reluctant to admit their deadly blunder. It is unclear if this account will defuse the crisis or satisfy the kingdom's many human rights skeptics. Jeff?
All right, Major, with the latest on that emerging explanation, as you say.